Tourism is important for Palm Island. We're a small island with limited natural resources. We need to make the most of our sunshine and beaches, and that's why we're focusing on tourism for an income. In this video, we're finishing off the airport sector with some new hotels, businesses and much more. And we've also installed a new tourism overhaul mod, which hopefully will make business boom. So how about we crack on and get building. So welcome back to Palm Island. As you can see, we're living strong here. We've still got our trams up and running. Obviously nobody using them because, well, we don't have many people here, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, it's looking pretty good down here. In this video, we're going to try and focus on the airport around the airport. The what? The area around the airport. This space that we've kind of got here. Because we need some hotels, because we've got this new tourism mod which I'll show you shortly, which basically overhauls how tourism works in the game, because we all know it's a little bit broken. But the initial plan will be to focus on this area here, build up a few hotels, a couple of businesses and maybe some more housing or similar down this end to get some more residents in. So that is the plan for today's video. But first of all, I'm going to try my very best to change this area slightly. We're going to keep this part, obviously. We've added a taxi depot as well for people to get around. But we're gonna add, let's say, a nice hotel here, which is actually going to be a residential building, but we're going to pretend it's a hotel. Another hotel here maybe, and then a few more buildings which we can kind of pass as hotels, kind of lower rent hotels. In reality, that actually for the purpose of in-game residential, but that's the plan. So let's try and do that. Bang! Here we go. So this is what this is the initial setup that we've got for this side. So the idea here is that we have a few hotels close to the airport, because it kind of makes sense. You always have some sort of hotels close to the airport. So we'll start off over here. You'll see that we've got Holiday Inn Express, which is your basic airport sort of hotel that you'd have nearby. Looks pretty good. It's a nice custom asset from BDX mods. Looks really, really good, and it kind of makes sense to have it this close to the airport. Over here, we've also got, technically it is a residential building, but we're going to pretend for the purposes of this game that this is also another hotel. It looks quite nice, a little bit posher than our Holiday Inn, and then we've also got some more kind of low rent sort of hotels to stay in as well, for people that need to stay nearby for the airport, which looks good actually. I do like this area. We've put some paths around the outside as well, a bit of connectivity, which is great, and all of these buildings look pretty good. You'll notice a few changes as well by the subway line or the metro line. We've decided to put some rocks and trees around it instead of those really strong oak sort of trees. So we've made those adjustments there. And you'll see people are using these walking paths here. What we've done is created this nice footbridge that links up this hotel here. There is also a road access, but people can walk over here if they want to go this side. There's also a path that links up down here, and you can cross the bridge, as you can see these people are doing. Link you up over this side, and then you have to go up again over to here, and you can access the metro and all the transport services that we've got down this end, which is really good. So that's quite nice actually. It's quite a nice little addition to this area. As you can see, we've got the metro going on underneath, which is fantastic. So there is decent access for those services, which is grand. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. We've got a couple of planes landing as well, coming in as well, so that's good. But a few things that I need to think of. Well, one of them is, well, I'll show you actually. So although these footbridges are actually functional, they need road access and power access. I can't think of a way to do that without destroying whatever we've got here. So I think we're just going to leave that as it is, because we can just press N and it hides it anyway. So I'm not too bothered about that. I don't usually play with the icons on anyway because it ruins the aesthetic a little bit. And there's no issues with people using it either, which is absolutely fine. by me. I don't really have a problem with that at all. So that's good. The only other thing is, it is a little bit of a way to the public transport, because you've got either, for trams, you've got to go all the way over here, or the closest tram stop is going to be under there somewhere, well, where this tram is stopping here. So I'm wondering if it's worth us just upgrading this to a bit of a tram road and have maybe a stop down here. Maybe this is a turnaround point, just so that all of these people can use the tram. So I might do that first, and then we'll talk about our tourism mod. Honestly, this has become very quickly problematic, as you can probably see here. But this is a classic example of plan before you build, otherwise you're going to have a few issues, which we have encountered, but we might just about manage. Is that not going to wrap around? Why is that not going to wrap around, sir? That's a little bit annoying. So I'm going to have to upgrade that, and then hopefully that will then wrap around, maybe, please. No, why? What is going on here? Just, I want that to turn there. Why aren't you wanting to turn there? Okay, I'll turn if I do a double track. It just looks hideous. Why are you like that? So this is an absolute mess at the minute, but we will try and figure this out. Okay, that will now spin round. We just want to adjust that a little bit so it's a little bit more even. As you can see, it is an absolute shambles down here, so we're going to have to get rid of basically all these zebra crossings because they're not necessary. They just create a mess. So we're just going to fix a lot of these zebra crossings, hopefully make this look a little bit less of a shambles that it is at the minute. Look at all of these zebra crossings. Wow, that's a lot. All of them, we don't want them. Get away, get away. It's pretty chaotic in here. We'll have one there actually. We don't want that. We'll just make sure that there's no traffic lights anywhere. Yeah, I mean there's a little bit of encroachment from the... Where are you connected to? This is a mess, man. This is a mess. Why have I done this to myself? Is there bike lanes on this road? Should we add... I think we should add bike lanes to here to make it look a little bit less carnagey. But it still looks pretty pretty chaotic, not gonna lie. Bike, 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 bike. Okay, what's going on with this section then? Is this unable to be trammed? It looks like it's unable to be trammed, but I don't know if the road is upgraded properly. That's probably why. There we go. And then let's add that double-sided bike lane. Alright, it's going to be tough for the trams, not going to lie. It's going to be a little bit tough. I also might just shuffle this over a little bit. I'm definitely moving the decal. Let's just pick the building. We're just going to shovel that over a little bit so we're not encroaching on the pavement too much. That's fine. No one's really going to park there, to be honest. Right, we're just going to have to do what we can here because it is a little bit of a mess, but it's all right. And then we need we might actually go with 2 trams. What's this? Simple tram station? No, we're just going to need a sideward one, really. Which I think will have one here. And then we'll have one We'll have one just... How close are you? Do you need moving back slightly? Yeah, probably. I'm hoping that that won't disrupt too much. Let's... you see, they don't agree with each other. Let's just see if we can shuffle that back just a little bit. Obviously, these don't agree with each other. We don't intend to have the tram running that way anyway. But we might try and fix that with this. So we just want that. And that will just go round in a loop like that. Good. And then we want, where's our tram? Stop going here. We'll just have that right at the end on the junction because we want to make it really inconvenient for everybody, of course. And then from there, oh, that doesn't agree either. Why don't you agree? I'm going to try and figure this one out as well. Okay, it seems to be sorted. We managed to add our tram line so that it does dip into here, which is helpful enough for us. So that's that sorted. It was a little bit of a faff, but we managed to do it. So that is all good in the hood. Now, this tourism overhaul mod, you'll notice that down here we've got an extra bar here, which is tourist demand. It works kind of like a normal demand bar, but it's basically just for tourism. So you have your ups and your downs. So minuses that visitors are already here and there's empty hotel rooms. There's plenty of ways in the city and plenty of attractiveness, which is good for us. We could do city promotion, which increases our crime. I'm not sure if we want to do that, but we could consider it. I think there's also a setting as well. Let's have a look. So you'll see in the menu there's tourism overhaul, which you see, and then there's all of this sort of stuff here. So we can increase the demand of tourists, which is pretty cool. Crowded place lose their appeal, maybe. And then there's options to adjust this. So what I might do is increase the arrivals by air and sea. We will, what does this say? Lower it and the rest of the travel by public transport and on foot. Each group's income is fixed. So maybe if we only have like 10% arriving by car. Oh, arriving with a car. Okay. Yeah, alright. That makes sense. I'm not sure people are going to bring their cars really. But we haven't really got rail set up. Road is not very likely because, well, because it's an island. Even though we do have a road connection, it's an island. We can actually mark the tourists. Should we click this and have a look to see if we can find any tourists? There's also other settings, arrival speed, cruise ship passengers, leisure venue cost. Let's see. Below about 10% it stops making any difference because it game charges at least one visit. There's a lot here, a lot of it which I don't really understand, to be honest with you. So yeah, here we are. But we could maybe increase our tourists and see what happens. And then I think there is a cruise ship. So we'll figure that out, see if we can get this cruise ship working as well. So here you'll see a new addition. So you've got the normal passenger ship, cargo ship, but you've got passenger cruise line, and it says connection navigation points to create a cruise ship over the seaway. Cruise ships arrive carrying their own passengers who come ashore to visit your city and reboard before the ship departs. You can only draw one line to a single harbour, and the tool disappears once a cruise line exists. So should we see what happens here? So if we click that, where are you going to? We'll just click it and go to here. Is that... I don't really know what's going on now. Help! Maybe we should delete that route. create route to there and then there. And hopefully that'll do like some sort of cruise ship stuff. Whether or not it will, I don't know, to be honest with you. But I also think that maybe we should reconnect that up as well anyway. So do we want to do on there? Can we have a cruise ship and a normal ship? Because if the ship is going to be docked, surely the normal ship is just going to be waiting forever. So maybe we should actually just create another route here. Like that, and we'll just wait and see what happens, because it could be interesting, you never know. But for the time being, we'll continue to play, and hopefully we'll see some difference with this cruise ship docking. So I think the cruise ship is en route. It's got 500 odd people on it. Here it is. That must be El Cruise. Come on down. So that's going to cruise into our cruise ship port, and hopefully we'll see plenty of people get off it into our city. I would just be interested to see whether it waits there. I assume it will. Okay, the cruise ship has arrived. What's it going to do? Is it going to unleash all hell on earth onto our public transport network? I'm very, very curious. 500 odd people. What's going to happen? Anything? A lot of people come off the tram then. Oh, look, look, look. Oh my god. Yo, it's a zombie apocalypse. This is awesome. Look at those tourists. No way. This mod is awesome. Look at that. They're all coming off the cruise ship. This is actually insane. Wow. Oh my goodness. All of those people. You're going to be waiting a little while for the old tram, I'm afraid, chaps. I think it's going to be a bit clogged over. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Go on. Look at that. Absolutely swarming. It's like a Japanese train station where they just force you in and shut the door behind you. Oh my golly gosh. It's just a swarm of people, and then there's still more waiting. So it looks like now that we've got that kind of working, that we should probably increase the capacity of that line. Oh, look at all these people as well. Oh, mate, this is insane. This is how tourism should be in this game. This is amazing. Right, let me increase the tram frequency so that we can deal with this new problem. Yeah, look at that. Immediately maxes out to 200. So we're going to add 2 more vehicles onto here. So hopefully that will assist us. What was the crack with that? So that does remain, doesn't it? So that just chills out and remains there, which is fantastic. I wonder if we can... We can't change the vehicles. I don't think we have any options, do we? What I will do is change the colour of this line, because I don't really like the orange. So let's just have a little look to see what we can get. Maybe a nice light coloured blue would be great. And then we'll probably have that as a normal sort of yellow, but we're going to have cruise ship congestion, it seems. So we're going to probably see if we can have a look at this line. Reduce that down to 2. Reduce that down to 2. Hopefully it will give us less cruise ship congestion. But that's pretty insane, isn't it? Pretty insane indeed. And I wonder, now that we've beefed up the airport, are we going to have more tourists coming out of here? For example, we'll wait for the next plane that comes in and we'll see if we have swarms of tourists coming off the plane. All right, there. Right, pause it so I can catch you. The answer's 0. I mean, the good thing is we do now have zombie hordes of people walking around, so our city really feels like it's coming to life a little bit. Still nobody is cycling, which is quite disappointing given the amount of effort we've put into creating these beautiful cycle routes. But I guess it is rather warm, isn't it? Oh, look at those! Look at the tram station. Swarms of people not using the path. Why aren't you using the footpaths? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love it when we have people at the beach. Looks like they're just walking through the beach rather than actually using it. But nevertheless, pretty awesome indeed. Happy with that. And then just a quick look at our public transport. You can see that our tourists are doing a lot here. Nobody wants to use the subway though. But the cruise ship, plenty there, and then loads on the trams, which is pretty cool though. We've got the trams moving. So yeah, it is working. That is exciting. I love the tourist overhaul mod. That's great. But anyway, we need to focus on building up around here now anyway. So let's crack on, shall we? So I'm going to focus on this area first, which is the opposite side here. I might actually use these assets because they look quite nice, and we can have some sort of lower rent housing for maybe the workers of the airport and the hotels and stuff like that are not these nice big French homes. So I might go with that for the time being. Just make like some nice, not nice, but like just some apartments ready for our workers and stuff like that. I think that would be a decent idea. We'll integrate a tram stop in here, and a way that we intend to do that is we'll delete this section of road here, and we'll probably try and fit this within here, potentially. Let's have a look, which shows the roadside, that side. I don't see an issue with this really. Should hopefully work. We'll try and make it nice and central, shall we? About here. And let's see if it's as simple as just connecting it up. I have my doubts. What's that? That's a double tram track. Where's the tram road that we had? This one, I assume? Well, it's not really this one, because this one has got pavement. Would it just be this? No, it must be. But how do we hook that up both ways? That is my only question. Maybe we need to move this slightly. It doesn't really want to hook right in there, does it? It's not that keen on the whole idea of becoming one. No, it's not. What if we were... Oh, it's because that's a one-way. So if we grab our tram track as a one-way and hook that in here, hopefully that will then work. That works, I think. It's not the most handsome fella I've ever seen, but here we are. And we'll just pop that back in there. Hopefully. There we go. Do we want to hook that up? I mean, we could. We don't really need that connected up though, do we? Why is that connected up? There we go. Okay, so tram station is good. Just add a stop in here. And add a stop in there. Come on, work for me, please. Why are you messing around with me now? It's because it's that side It just doesn't want to play ball with us. Come on, mate. Let's not mess around here. Maybe we're going to have to try the other side first. Right, so that will hook in there now, and that will hook in there. Hopefully that will just work as intended. Fingers crossed. Well, our new tram station is getting some good use. There are plenty of people stood there waiting for, well, a tram that's probably never going to arrive, it seems. Oh, lag. Excuse me, my voice is going. But yeah, there's plenty of people waiting for the tram, which is great. You will notice that this neighborhood has kind of grown to basically a simple sort of kind of like apartments, condos sort of stuff. My vision is that this is where you kind of workers for the hotels and the airports and all that stuff, they would kind of live. They would jump on the tram either to town to work in the hotels over that end, or they'll just cross potentially over this bridge and to go to work at the airport. That's kind of the idea for this area. This whole area kind of from these houses outwards is more of the more modern side, more recently built, as you can kind of tell. It's kind of a project to boost tourism, create more homes, generate some bigger population and stuff like that. So kind of makes sense if you understand the story behind it. It doesn't look too bad either, to be honest with you, given the strict architecture kind of style down here. Over in that distance, it's not too overwhelming at all. I think it looks absolutely fine, to be honest. I know a lot of people get unhappy when I chop and change the themes a little bit, but we do what we can. We don't have an unlimited supply of assets, unfortunately, to keep the same theme throughout. But it looks fine. It kind of does the job, doesn't it, really? It's nothing special, but it fills in those gaps, creates some more homes, and that's kind of the main thing. Okay, let's look at our latest additions over on that far side of the airport area. So if we zoom in here, you'll notice that we've got this tiny little road connection here, but we've got plenty of car dealerships. We've got Ford here, which looks pretty cool. Nice little setup. We've got a Nissan dealership here, which looks pretty cool. The thing is about these little islands, if you ever go to them, you'll notice that they kind of all have the same sort of car, all of like their residents. Some of the islands that I've been to basically all have like Honda Jazzes or Honda Fits, whatever you would call them in their country, or similar sort of thing. So it kind of is not bizarre that there's kind of loads of the same car for sale here, which is pretty cool. We've got a little petrol station out the back here, an obligatory McDonald's, an auto zone conveniently placed near all of your dealerships, which is going to be very helpful if your car was to have some issues. And then for the airport, we've got our very own big police department, which will service the airport and surrounding areas, and a large fire station for any potential emergencies that may occur at the airport. And it's excuse me, it's also got a helicopter as well, which is going to be helpful for getting around the island, and that kind of just fills in that space a little bit. It's nothing too crazy, it's nothing too extravagant, but it fills in the gaps. So let's have a look now how our tourism is getting on. We've been running the game for a little while, so I'll be intrigued to see what's happening with tourism. So let's go in the info panels. First of all, let's look at the transport. We'll see that we've got loads of tourists using the tram still, and loads on the boats, none on the plane really, and none on the subway. I wonder why people aren't really using the subway. Is it because the tram's so efficient? Potentially. Who knows, but nevertheless, doesn't really bother me because it looks nice, so it's fine. You'll notice we also have this little tourism finance feature, so we'll click into this and we'll have a little look. So you can see how attractive this here, which is great, and you can see all the spending. Whoa, people are spending a whopping money. Every coin that leaves a wallet is counted, but the split between categories and cool. So spending 4% on hotels, 69%, so well on shops, 0% on fares, so I assume that's public transport, 10% on leisure, and 18%, I guess they're just unattributed, so maybe throwing in a fountain or something, whatever they're doing. A larger means there is a spending path still to find. Okay, cool. So they're spending a decent chunk of money, and then what's going on with the tourism is 100% attractiveness. Tourists 2,118 per month. There's actually over 3,000 in the city, he says, as the boat leaves. Now there's 2,000. All of our hotel rooms are full. 100% occupancy. Local sims that are away. And then loads of arrivals, which basically all of them are coming from the cruise ship ports, which kind of makes sense for a tropical sort of island, because you have these massive cruise liners coming into your cities, which is pretty awesome. Anybody cycling? 16 people have parked their bikes. Wow, isn't that fantastic? Absolutely brilliant. And what's our crime? Ooh, a lot of people committing crime, which upsets me. Traffic generally seems all right. If you actually look at the roads, they look pretty empty, but the game disagrees. But nevertheless, we are booming, I would suggest. Tourism is working because we're getting loads of tourists. Our cruise liner has left, which is cool, but there's still quite a lot of people here. What are you all doing? Average wait time 572 minutes for the cruise ship port. That's no good, is it? Passengers waiting. What are you waiting for? So passengers are waiting to go on ship line 1. 4 to go on there, and then there's loads of passengers waiting for our cruise ship, which is probably what all these random people are doing here, which is fine by me. It is what it is. There are people in the parks, a few people in the parks, standing around doing nothing, which is exactly what I'd be doing on holiday. But yeah, the tourism one's pretty cool. I like it. And what's this? What's the problem? High rent? Are you joking me? High rent? Here? Right by the airport? You're kidding me. But yeah, it looks pretty cool now, actually. It looks a little bit more complete down that end anyway. We've got nearly 3.5k residents, which is cool, and we have nearly the same amount in tourists, which is kind of the idea behind an island of this type. So I would say we're working towards the right goal. I'd still like to see it a lot busier, but nevertheless we've got an entire island to build. So there we have it. Undecided what I'm going to do on the next video. I'm going to figure that out another time. But tourism is booming. We've built a decent amount of stuff down this end, which is good. It makes it feel a little bit more alive down here instead of empty open space. Nevertheless, there's always more to do, and these trams are just subways just riding around, not carrying anybody. Poor people waiting there though. But yeah, pretty good. Happy with the progress that we've made today. Lots of new buildings, lots of new people, and lots of new tourists. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think needs changing, any suggestions or anything like that. But I do like the way our city is starting to come together. Really enjoying it. Thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you hopefully in the next video. Good night.